Hi there, it's Catherine from Sunnyside Journals. I'm here this morning with a little make stuff with me. I'm going to take a break from Infelicia and from the commission journal that I'm working on because it's a holiday weekend up here in Canada, so I'm taking a holiday from them. And I just felt like something that was totally at the other end of things, from frilly and girly and botanical and what have you. And I'm going to get started on this cool book. I hope the lighting's all right. It's a very overcast, rainy day here in my neck of the woods. And so I need all my lights going, and I know that can make glare, and I don't have professional lights. I have regular lights, and I have a phone that I work with. So, but I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to stop in for a couple of minutes and get started on this. Thought I'd share with you while I got it. And I had so many videos ready for this week, or was working on. I think I recorded like 4. And then after watching them to just make sure, I always watch before I post because I know I blather on. And anyhow, just for various reasons, mostly that my camera was blurry and I didn't know it, I just opted to trash them. So here I am, and we're going to do it ourselves today. It's an old, it looks like it was from an encyclopedia set. And this is Bra to Clo. This is number 2, and it's from 1956. So first thing I'm going to do is gut it. Let me show you some of the things I want to do. I want to make this, part of me is envisioning that I want to make this my ode to the index card. Shall I compare thee to an index card? Anyhow, I picked out, I love the red there, I love the gold. I love how worn out this looks. So I've picked out my fabric. I've picked out some papers that I want to be able to work with. Here's some more papers that I'm going to try and incorporate into it. I'm not sure which red. Maybe both. Live on the edge. Maybe both. So what I'm going to do, these are all, I talk about living on the edge. You know me and scrapbook paper. I don't have too many squares to spare, but I'm feeling like, what am I saving it for? So look at this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of scrapbook paper that I may very well use in this book. I've already chosen all my papers. It's not going to be a very stuffed book. I want it to be quite simple. I want to reuse, it's full of a lot of really cool old photos. And I want to simply just devote those photos, give them a new life, make this a really cool looking journal for someone who really is a writer in journals. I'm going to find a way to incorporate some of my metal into it. So let's get started. I've got my cutting pad under here, and it wasn't a very well made book. Look at where the end papers have been glued. Look at the top there and the bottom here. So these were obviously, it wouldn't surprise me if these were the kind of books when I was a girl, grocery stores would have encyclopedias that you could earn. with purchasing groceries. And it wouldn't surprise me if this was one of those kind of earnable books. I just want to make sure I've got lots of room there. Yeah, I do. Come on, you feel like you're glued a bit. You feel like you're glued a bit to the back. What do I have? Oh, a spatula. Hold on. I just want to make sure it feels like it might be partially glued to the back there. And I just want to make sure it's loose before I start pulling out my box cutter here. And that's better. And getting to work to remove the block of pages. I'm sorry if this is jiggling. Seriously, it's the best I can do, folks. I have a hangy thing that holds my phone, and that's about all I'm going to invest in recording equipment. All right, so I'm going to start with the back first because it's easier to cut the front after the back has been freed. So let's get started here. Let me see if I can pull my camera up a little higher. I'm not sure if it's going to like being there. That gives me a little more space. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't make anyone nauseous. All right, so I'm looking for that little space right here. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. Today's my little Kirby Church book sale. It's always on Saturdays from spring till November. And my husband's at work today. Poor guy. He has to work it's a long weekend up here. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Oh boy. Okay. Anyhow, normally I go to it when he works on a Saturday. I'll go up to the church book sale. But I really, I have enough books for now. I never thought I'd say that. I've got more than enough books. Someday when I'm brave, I'll let you see this room. The inner sanctum. Anyhow, I have enough books. I have more than enough books to last me probably a couple of years, because I don't make books 8 at a time or 6 at a time or whatever. My books usually are definitely 1 at a time, not like in a, what is it when they make a whole bunch of cars all at once, like in a lineup? Sometimes I do have many journals going at once, but I put the others away while I work on one. I don't work on like 8, making 8 covers, 8 bundles of signatures, 8 of each ephemera. I admire the journal makers who can do that. I just cannot do that. I tried it once, and I didn't enjoy it. I make these because I love making them. So, and when I stop loving what I'm doing, then I'm doing something wrong, right? So, I'm just being careful here. You've got to be very careful or you can cut through that back spine by accident. Come on, let go. Sorry if you can't see this, but I really am. I'm sort of just bringing you along with me, but I'm doing this myself for me. So, come on, let go. You're really hanging on there. There we go. All right, block is out. I like that. I wonder if I can get that header off and reuse it. If the glue is crappy enough, maybe I can. Okay, some paper. Come on. Let's reuse you. Cooperate. No, you're not gonna, are you? No, you're not gonna cooperate. You're just gonna rip apart. Oh well. All right. There we go. So now I just start figuring out what kind of condition he or she is in. I don't know whether this is a he or a she yet, till it starts talking to me. I don't know. That looks like it's gonna start wearing through pretty soon. So I think I am going to line this interior with Tyvek. So let's put this aside. I'm gonna have fun. I might this afternoon. It's Saturday, so this afternoon I may very well go back downstairs and turn on my cooking shows and fussy cut this. Decide which ones are going to go in signatures as a full leaf, and which ones, which photos. Look at that little guy playing in his room. Looks like my brother. So there we go. That's gutted. That was painless, wasn't it? Do it yourself. I'm just gonna tidy you up just a little tiny bit. Come on. Off you go. Thank you. No, I don't want to take any more off. I'll work with you the way you are, because this part feels very fragile. It feels like it wasn't the best quality of fabric or canvas that they used. Hence again why I'm thinking that maybe this was one of those free kind of encyclopedias that you got with your groceries. Every month you got a new book. Yeah, I'm not going to play with that too much. I really think maybe I can get a bit more off. Let's see if I come at it from this side, then I can see. No. You have to do this carefully because, again, doing this part, I have cut through spines before and then cried over the body. And then I had to put fabric over them to save them. And, oh, there we go. Okay. And I don't want to have to put fabric over this because I love that. That's gorgeous. So, oh God, this glue is just cracking apart. There, that's better. Now you're cooperating. Thank you. Are you going to cooperate? Let's see. Come on. There we go. All right, good. Do it yourself is being gutted like a Thanksgiving turkey. There we go. Now I have to decide. I don't like these end papers. So now I've got to decide what I want to use for my end papers. And I'm thinking I want to layer them. So I'm thinking I might want to use like an off-white. I would have to go that way. An off-white that I can ink. And then maybe a layer of that. No. Oh, hold on. What about red? And then a layer of that. Mind you, that red looks kind of dark against that. I still can't figure out what color that is. In some lights it looks navy blue, and right now I'm looking at it and it looks brown. I don't know. I'm usually pretty good with my color shades. I'm one of those people, you hear of musicians who are pitch perfect. I am not pitch perfect, but there are some musicians who immediately know what note they're hearing when they hear a musical note. And I find that for me, I'm actually pretty good at remembering shades of color. I can say I want to go out and buy curtains that will match my sofa. I can literally go to the store and know dead on, it just happens, that certain fabric will match my sofa or other fabrics are not the right shade. I have a knack for that. It's a bizarre little gift that came along with this artistic talent that my mother gave me. Oh, well, my father was an artist too, but he was a different kind of artist, and a necessary one. He was an architectural draftsman in a way. Not architectural. He was a draftsman. He worked in the printing industry back when you actually had to do the layouts and you didn't click, 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 click with your mouse. He actually had his rulers out and his drafting materials and, you know, slicing things up with X-Acto blades and pasting and using blue pencils that didn't show up when you reprinted. And that's quite a talent he had. Gee, I like that. Well, I wonder, would triple layering it make it too bulky? Okay, well, I'm going to go and think about this and go get myself another coffee. And maybe if I get a little bit further along today, I'll do another little 10-minute video. So that's what I'm up to today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a good day where you are. And I'm hoping that lots of my favorites on YouTube are also recording. I feel like sitting with my coffee and fussy cutting and watching a whole ton of YouTube videos and getting a little bit of inspiration from all of you. So, take care. Have a good day. Maybe we'll talk again later. I don't know. We'll see what's in the cards. Bye-bye.